In this question, we are talking about y equal to 5 into x power x. If at all we have something of this form, probably it's better to go with logarithm. When we have variable both in the base as well as in the exponent, it's always better to take logarithm on both sides. So it could be log 5 plus x log x. So when I do the dy by dx now, 1 by y dy by dx is equal to, this is constant, plus this goes like a multiplication form, x into 1 by x plus log x. So overall this is becoming as 1 by y dy by dx is equal to 1 plus log x. So from here dy by dx comes out as y into 1 plus log x, and y is nothing but 5x power x into 1 plus log x. So overall it works out as 5x power x into 1 plus log x, wherein I can mark C as the answer choice in this case. Alright. Let's move on to the next question now. Find the value of d by dx e power 2 log x. One of the easiest question. E power 2 log x, I can very well write it as e power log x squared. So e power log x squared base e is nothing but x squared. So the dy by dx of this is nothing but 2x. So probably I can directly mark D as the answer choice for this question. One of the straightforward questions in this. So I can look out marking 100 and 2 and 2x as the answer for this question. All right. Then let's move further. Find the value of integral 1 by x log x. Whenever this kind of integration is there, okay, I can talk about either you can look at your option choices, do the differentiations for them, and wherever the differentiation is matching, you can talk about it as the integration. So I can very well look at it with the option choices here. Let's say if I am trying this log of x log x. So the derivative of that is 1 by x log x into the derivative of x log x. So x into 1 by x plus log x. This is what is the answer, which probably is not matching with this. So probably I can try out this one. Log of log x, which is nothing but 1 by log x into the logarithm, the derivative of log x is 1 by x. So which is working out as 1 by x log x. So which means it is coming back to this. So sometimes if I'm not so comfortable with the integration, I can look at the option choices, try to do the differentiation for them and still arrive at the answer. But if I have to go with the integration model itself, I can do it as integration by parts, right? Or probably assuming log x equal to t. Now let me assume log x equal to t, 1 by x dx equal to dt. So going with that, 1 by x dx I'll take dt, and 1 by log x means 1 by t, 1 by t dt. So 1 by t dt always is the integration of 1 by t is log t plus c. So I know t is log x, so becomes log of log x plus c. So if you get the idea on how do you need to solve the integration for the same, you can very well execute the integration. However, if you are not clear on the execution of the integration, you can even go with the reverse of the differentiation also from the option choices. Alright, let's move on to the next question now. Find the value of p if square root of 4 to the power minus 6, square root of 4 is 2, 2 to the power of minus 6 into square root of 2 to the power minus 4. 2 square root of 2, I'll write it as 2 power half to the power minus 4 is equal to 2 power p. So it becomes 2 power minus 6 into 2 power minus 2 equal to 2 power p. So we'll get p is minus 8, where I am marking the option choice C directly here. Let's move on to the next question. The mean of the first 3 terms is 14 and the mean of the next 2 terms is 18. The mean of the pi numbers. So when I am saying the mean of the first 3 terms is 14, the sum of the first 3 terms is 3 into 14, 42. The mean of the next 2 terms is 18, means sum of the next 2 terms is 36, 18 into 2. So which means sum of the first 5 terms is 78. But the question is find the mean of the first 5 terms, which is what is giving me 15.6. So I can directly mark D as the answer choice in this case. Let's move on to the next question now. The odds in favor of an event are 3 is to 7. The probability of occurrence of the event. Probability of occurrence of the event is nothing but odds in favor divided by the total odds. So 3 by 10 making me to mark A as the answer choice. So these questions are looking more and more simpler and comfortable, whereas initial few questions were more and more time consuming. So playing around with carefully calculating all these things or carefully planning the questions will definitely create a difference for you in the exam. Move further. A theoretical question, if the mean of the distribution is equal to its variance. So it's a Poisson distribution where the mean is also lambda, variance is also lambda. So in this case we can go with the Poisson, because in case of binomial distribution NP is the mean, NP into 1 minus P is the variance. Whereas in exponential distribution 1 by lambda is the mean, 1 by lambda square is the variance. So obviously it's the Poisson distribution where the mean is matching with the variance. So we can very well look at marking C as the option choice. Move on to the next question. Another simplification question. 1 by 64 to the power 0, obviously this is 1, plus 64 to the power half. 64 is nothing but 8 squared. 8 squared to the power half is 8, plus 32 to the power minus 32 to the power 4 by 5. Minus 32 is nothing but minus 2 to the power 5. Minus 2 to the power 5 to the power 4 by 5. Right? Minus 32 to the power 5 is nothing but minus 2 to the power of 5 to the power 4 by 5, which is working out to minus 2 to the power of 4. So whenever when you are talking about minus 32 to the power 5, so you take it as minus 1 into 32 to the power 4 by 5, minus 1 to the power 4 by 5 into 32 to the power 4 by 5. So obviously this 32 to the power 4 by 5 will work out to 2 power 5 to the power 4 by 5, which is working out to 2 power 4, which is 16. So 16 into minus 1 to the power 4 by 5 plus 8 plus 1. So this is working out to 8, this is 1. This actually is a slight modification in the question. This is actually minus half. So probably you take it as 1 plus 1 by 8 plus 16, working out to 17 1 by 8, where you can mark A as the answer choice. I'm sorry, there was a mistake in the question. So let's correct this to 16 plus 1 by 8, working out to 17 1 by 8, where the option choice goes with A. Let's move on to the next question then. The highest score in an innings was 2 by 9 of the total score. Assume that the total score is X. The highest score was 2 by 9th of X, which means that the remaining score was 7X by 9. And the next highest score was 2 by 9th of the remainder, which is 14 by 81X is the next highest score. These scores differed by 8 runs. So 2 by 9X minus 14 by 81x was equal to 8. So probably on simplification this is saying 18x minus 14x. So 4x by 81 equal to 8, and which gets simplified that x equal to 162. So the total number of runs that were scored in the match will work out to 162, where I can mark option choice A as the answer in this case. Alright. Let's move on to the next question now. Find the value of log 1 by 256 to the base 2 root 2, which is nothing but 1 by 256 I can write it as 2 power minus 8, and 2 root 2 I can write it as 2 power 3 by 2. So which is nothing but minus 8 by 3 by 2, working out to minus 16 by 3, making me mark D as the option choice for this question. So I'm going ahead with D as the answer choice here, right? Yeah, let me move on to the next question. Limit extends to 3, x by x minus 3 minus 9 by x squared minus 3x. So these kind of things, it's always better to go with a typical LCM kind of a model, because x squared minus 3x is nothing but x into x minus 3. So if I simplify it as an LCM, this is nothing but x minus 3. So x into x squared minus 9. So the numerator will become x squared minus 9 by x into x minus 3, and I can write the numerator as x plus 3 into x minus 3 by x into x minus 3. Simplify it off, it becomes x plus 3 by x, and substitute x equal to 3, 6 by 3, working out to 2, making me mark C as the option choice for this question, right? Because when you directly substitute 3, it is coming out as 3 by 0 minus 9 by 0. So there, this kind of form we don't accept generally. So that is where I can simplify this question by taking the LCM of it and simplifying it. Alright. Moving on to the next question now. Evaluate dy by dx if y equal to this. So you can quickly work it out, y equal to this. So either we can directly do dy by dx equal to something like this, right? Okay, let's try it out. So y equal to, okay, dy by dx, let me try it, root x, the derivative is 1 by 2 root x, 2 root 1 minus x by 1 plus x, into, now you start taking the derivative of the internal one, it's of the form x by y, so x, the y into derivative of x minus x into derivative of y by x squared or y squared, 1 by 1 plus x whole squared. So simplifying it, this is becoming root of 1 plus x by 2 into root of 1 minus x, and what about this numerator? minus 1 minus x, and here also minus 1 plus x, right, divided by 1 plus x whole square. So here x is going up, which is giving me minus 2. So probably I can write minus 2 into this one. So simplify it off. So minus square root of 1 plus x by square root of 1 minus x into 1 plus x whole squared. This is what is coming out as the derivative in the numerator part, right? Or probably I'll take the numerator to the denominator itself. So I can say minus 1 by square root of 1 minus x into 1 plus x whole squared by square root of 1 plus x. So this is even taking me to the extent of taking me to the extent of probably minus 1 by root of 1 minus x into 1 plus x to the power 3 by 2. So this is what is the value which is not matching with any of the option choices. So that's where I can go ahead marking D as the answer choice in this case. Alright. Moving on to the next question here. Integral 2 power x into x squared. Probably this kind of questions can easily be solved from the answer choices. But this is like a multiplication form. So how do I solve the multiplication form of the integration? So uv. So u into integral of v dx minus derivative of u into integral of v dx. That is what we generally do. So here I'll go ahead with saying x squared into integral of 2 power x dx minus integral of, for x squared I'll take the derivative 2x into 2 power x dx. So the first term will come out as x squared into 2 power x by log 2. This comes out as the first term. So x squared into 2 power x by log 2 minus, this becomes 2 power, the integral of 2 power x plus 1 into x dx. The same logic I can apply here, right? So this becomes x into 2 power x plus 1. 2 power x plus 1 is nothing but 2 into 2 power x. So here I will write it as 2. I will take out the 2 common out, right? I am taking the 2 common out. X into 2 power x dx. So x into 2 power x by log 2 minus integral of x, differentiation of x is 1. So 2 power x dx. So this is again working out to minus 2 power x plus 1 into x by log 2. And this side it is coming out as plus 2, right? So this is working out as plus 2 into 2 power x. Integral of 2 power x is working out to 2 power x by log 2. So this is what is the number that is coming out. So which is working out to x squared into 2 power x by log 2. So probably if I say 2 power x by log 2, if I am taking out, this is working out to x squared minus 2x plus 2. Right, let me simplify it again. So because it is of the form 2 power x into x squared dx, I'll start it with x squared into integral of 2 power x dx minus integration of the derivative of x squared, which is 2x, into 2 power x dx. Again the same logic, x squared into 2 power x by log 2. This is what is the integration here, minus again the integral of x into 2 power x dx. So x into so if I am taking this 2 out, x into 2 power x by log 2, which is the integral of this, minus the integral of the constant of the derivative of x, which is 1. So 2 power x dx. So overall this is working out to x squared into 2 power x by log 2 minus 2x into 2 power x by log 2 and plus 2 into integral of 2 power x. Integral of 2 power x is 2 power x by log 2. This is what will work out as our value. So x squared into 2 power x by log 2 plus 2x minus 2x into 2 power x by log 2 plus 2 into 2 power x by log 2. So in this case, I can very well mark the option choice D as the answer. Moving on to the next question here. The first, second and last terms of a finite AP are these. Okay, first term, so A equal to M. The second term, which is A plus D equal to N. So from here I know that the difference is N minus A or N minus M. And last term, A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 2M. So A plus N minus 1 into D is 2M. Right, the nth term is 2M. Or probably pth term, let me call it as pth term is 2M. So here we are talking about sum of the series. What is the formula for sum of the series? Whatever are the number of terms, let's say p terms are there, p by 2 into first term plus the last term. Last term is 2m. So if we are talking about p terms, p by 2 into 3m, which is 3m p by 2. Here we know that there are n terms only in this because m, the common difference is n minus m, and a plus p minus 1 into d is 2m. So you can easily make out a is m plus p minus 1 into d is n minus m is equal to 2m. So probably you can say p minus 1 into n minus m is equal to m, right? So here if I want to find out what is p, you can easily say p into n minus m minus n plus m is equal to m. So I can take this out. P into n minus m is equal to n. So if I want to find out what is the value of p, which is nothing but n by n minus m, so which is easily telling me that there are n by n minus m terms in this entire data. So probably instead of p, if required, I can substitute n by n minus m. So I'll get the answer as 3mn by 2 into n minus m. 3mn by 2 into n minus m, which is the option choice A. So I can very well mark this as the answer in this case. Alright, let's move on to the next question now. if the coefficients of x power 4 and x cube in this expansion are equal. So what is the coefficient of x power 4? NC4. Oh, that gives not NC4 2 power n minus 4 into 1 by 3 to the power 4. This is what is the coefficient of x power 4. What about x power 3? NC3 2 power n minus 3 into 1 by 3 whole cube. So these are equal. So which means probably on a simplification, I can very well get that this is 2, and even here I'll get this as 1 by 3. So NC4 by NC3, they should work out as 6. So whenever I want NC4 by NC3, right, in this case I want NC4 by NC3 equal to 6. So in any case, n factorial by n minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial divided by n factorial by n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial, this should be equal to 6. So simplifying this off, so this is nothing but 4 n minus 3 factorial by n minus 4 factorial should be equal to 24. The only way n minus 3 factorial by n minus 4 factorial will be equal to 4, because this is nothing but, probably when I say this has to be 24 factorial and in the denominator it should be 23 factorial, then only this will work out to 24, right? Because a difference of only 1. So if the numerator has to be 24 factorial, n has to be 27. So 27 will be marked as an answer for me with an option choice of D in this case. So these kind of logical questions you have to be comfortable with in terms of solving. Alright. So let's move ahead into the next question now. For a normal distribution with a mean equal to 3 and variance equal to 5, what is the empirical value of the quartile deviation? Generally, the quartile deviation, the empirical value is always looked at as 2/3 of the standard deviation. That is what is the typical empirical value of the quartile deviation. So we can take variance is 25 and standard deviation will be 5. So 10 by 3, 3.33 will become as the empirical value for the quartile deviation, which means I can mark C as the option choice here. Moving further, in a book of 5000 pages, 100 were not printed properly. So what is the probability that a page is not printed properly? 100 by 5000, which could go as 1 by 50 or probably 2%. Assuming incorrectly printed pages follow a Poisson distribution, what is the probability that a sample of 10 pages selected at random do not contain even a single wrongly printed page? So what is the chance that a page was wrongly printed, at least one page is wrongly printed? I can, if I have to say that there is no wrong printing at all, I could very well take it as e power minus 0.2 or e power minus 2%. Now if I want on a 10 pages, so each page should have e power minus 0.2. So the multiplication of e power minus 0.2 10 times will take me to e power minus 0.2. That is the probability of not even a single page contains a wrongly printed. So e power minus 0.2 will work out to exp to the minus 0.2, 0.81 is a 81% chance that not even a single page would be wrongly printed. So I can mark A as the answer choice in this case. Alright. Let's move on to the next question now. The seventh term of a geometric progression. What is seventh term of a geometric progression? AR to the power n minus 1, AR to the power 6 is 8 times its fourth term. Fourth term is AR cube. Right, so from here what is coming out? R power 6 equal to 8 into R cube equal to 8, R equal to 2. Okay, if the fifth term is 48, AR power 4 equal to 48. So A into 16 equal to 48, giving me A equal to 3. So what is the eighth term? Eighth term is AR to the power 7. 3 into 2 to the power of 7. 3 into 128. 384 forms to be the answer, marking C as the right answer in this case. Alright. Going further. The first and the fifth terms of an AP of 40 terms. First term is A. Fifth term is A plus 4D. Right, A equal to minus 29, A plus 4D equal to minus 15, minus 29 plus 4D equal to minus 15, 4D equal to 29 minus 15 giving you 14, so D is almost 3.5. Find the sum of all the positive terms of this AP. Okay, I need only the positive terms, right? So minus 29 is the first term, then probably minus 25.5. So like that it is coming out, right? So where is the positiveness coming from, right? In this case, minus 29 is the first and fifth is minus 15. So there is a gap of 14. So probably if I remove another 14, minus 1 will become the ninth term. Minus 1 will become the ninth term. So after that, right, when the minus 1 is the ninth term, so right from the 10th term onwards till the 40th term, I have to really add, because the 10th term will have plus 3.5, right, or plus 2.5. Minus 1 is the ninth term, so the 10th term will have 2.5. So the actually the addition is becoming 2.5 plus another 3.5 is 6, and so on up to the 40th term. This is what is sum of all the positive terms of this AP. Right, we are talking about the 40 terms. So we are talking about the 40 terms of this AP. So 2.5 happens because when we are talking of 29 being the first term, minus 15 being the second term, is the fifth term, what we are clearly seeing is the difference A plus n minus 1 into D. The difference is coming out to 3.5. So the ninth term will work out as minus 1. The 10th term will be the positive term of this AP. So if I am adding up all these things, A plus, so these are 31 such terms, because from the 10th term we are actually looking at with a common difference of this. So A n by 2 into 2A. 2A is 5 plus n minus 1, 30 into D, 3.5. So overall we are saying 31 by 2 into 5 plus 30 into 3.5, 90 and 105. 105 plus 5, 110. 110 by 2 into 31. So probably this is working out to 31 into 55. So I use 31 into 55. I'm working it out as 1705. So wherein it is helping me to mark B as the answer choice in this scale. Alright. So I can mark B as an answer choice for this question, just going with the simple logic itself. Alright, let's move on to the next question. What is the probability of choosing a number from the first 100 natural numbers such that it is divisible by both 5 and 7? There are only two numbers in the first 100 which are divisible by both 5 and 7, which are nothing but the LCM, the multiples of the LCM of that number, which are 35 as well as 70. So only two numbers are possible out of the 100. So the probability will go as 2 by 100, wherein I can mark B as the answer choice. Going on to the next question now.